every man and every woman, we are all sinners.
Yes.
No one is perfect.
Yes.
And I apologize if I've made noise. I'm going to stop now. And
I think you should do your recording.
Yeah, and it's the final part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I wish you luck with the project.
I don't need luck. I have God's blessing.
Okay.
He taught me how to play this thing.
Yes.
Like, I started with this thing like 3 months ago. I don't, take lessons or anything like that. But it's my church. It's the way. So how people go to church on Sunday and they play music and stuff. I don't need to go to those buildings. I just do it.
Yes.
Like
you practice your own.
Yes.
Yes.
It's my own expression, And it's nice to meet you, Susanna. And I don't take it as a bad thing that you came out. I actually take it as it's a good thing. Sometimes I have like one time, the final story. I had this 91-year-old guy. He comes to me, and I'm playing in Hjortshoj, sitting behind the shop on a rock. It was sunny, so he came. He sat next to me, and I kept playing. But I was playing the very low notes. Here, because of the acoustic, I was playing some of the high notes. So out there it was different, and I was playing very low notes there, more melancholic and make you think. And then he said to me, one time he went to London when he was younger. I said, wow, he said he's 91. I was like, wow, you look maybe like 70, because he looks fit for his age. And he says he saw this London orchestra playing. And he said there was a guy sitting there, but he wasn't playing anything, and he thought that was odd. But then a few minutes into the orchestra, he realized the guy was Duke Ellington, and he had a solo part that he had to play by himself, And then he told me, the 91-year-old guy, he used to play tenor saxophone, which is much louder and much bigger. And I said, I wanted to know, hey, let's play tenors. He gave me his card. So I went and I Googled him, and I found out he's from this family. They own a lot of buildings in Hjortshoj, a lot of real estate, that tall building and the white one and the one opposite, and most of the stuff in the industrial they rent out, We've been there for 100 years, so they're like one of the probably wealthiest families now.
Yeah.
But that was not why he came to me. It was just the sound. Then I met him at the shop and I said, hey, I sent you a message and you said I want to play, you and me to play, just for fun.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm too old for that, Then it got me thinking, are you ever too old to play something? Because he actually looks quite healthy for 91. But it's because when I was a kid, I was told, you're terrible at making music, get away from here. Until I had a son in Denmark 7 years ago, and I thought I need to learn an instrument and teach him, because I never dared after I was kicked out of that, practice. And so I'm always thinking, people are so, of course we're busy, we're doing our work, whatever the labor market means, but I think that, and he made a lot of money within the labor market, successful. But he really loves, he tells me all the saxophone stories. So I send him the videos all the time, like when I'm here. Like right now he's in bed, he can't get out. His doctor told him now he needs to. And so I send him these videos sometimes, and he's like, thank you, it's like medicine for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's funny because now I have this relationship with this old guy, and I'm still trying to get him to just, even if he plays one note or two notes, I'll be very happy because, just to say, you can be very, very old, but you can learn this thing and you can still, if you enjoy it, because he really enjoys it,
Yeah.
So I don't know why I'm saying this to you, but I think that what matters when he's 91, I don't know how old you are, but you're not 91. You have a long way to go. But at that time, long after you leave the labor market and that doesn't matter to you or satisfy you anymore, what is it you like to do? Do you like to paint? Do you like to garden? Do you like to, what are those things that if you didn't have to work for money and to pay mortgage, bills, car, whatever, all these things, what is it you would actually do with yourself? Would you be doing what you're doing currently, or would you be doing some other thing instead? I don't know. You don't have to give me an answer. I'm just saying, when I met that guy, he made me realize like he didn't care about his money and all that. I mean, it doesn't matter to him.
Yeah.
But the sound and the memories it brought to him. Like next time you're gonna hear saxophone, you're gonna think about you met this guy in there and we were talking all these stories. And I tell you stories. I'm a storyteller too. And then you're gonna go with that in mind, like that sound of saxophone, 91-year-old guy. And he just loves the sound of the music. It's like, you know, it's just, then tells me the stories. He went to Germany, he saw these kids playing saxophone under the bridge, and he still remembers that, you know. And that was many years ago, probably before I was born, you know. So I'm just saying to you, and you don't have to answer me, but that's for yourself. If you didn't have to do any of those things for the labor market, I know the Danish government is like, go to the labor market. But if you didn't have to do that, okay? If you inherited a fortune, you didn't have to manage it or anything, what would you do? Would you be doing what you're doing, or would you be doing something different? Because this life at least is a short one, you know.
Yes.
So
now I will go back to my work.
Yeah.
And you will go back to your.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do like 5 minutes and I'm done. And I pack up and I'm gonna. Is there like a thrift shop here in this?
Yeah, what?
You know, like a handbook. You know, like a scroll shop. You know, like where there's a second-hand shop, like.
Second-hand shop.
Yeah.
Yes, there is. If you go.
Like near the church.
No,
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
If you follow the road out here.
Yeah.
And you go.
Oh yeah, you mean like down there?
Yes, you know, there's.
This hippie communal with all the fancy
yes,
houses.
and there's a little second-hand shop, but I don't know if they're open today.
Ah, okay. I'll just have a look because
Yes.
I've been down there. So they actually wanted me to come and play saxophone last year, but I didn't make it. Okay, I will
Yes.
have a look.
Yes.
I always like to look at second-hand shops.
Yeah.
Tusind
Good luck.
tak. Have a nice day.
You too.
Hi. Sax Libation.